I want to take a moment to talk about the assassination that took place in New York City at Midtown Manhattan, Hilton Hotel. Here's a gentleman, the executive, the head of United Healthcare, which is a big national healthcare company. I mean, the guy makes millions of dollars a year, 50-some years old, and goes into New York, doesn't have a cadre of security around him, just walking out of the hotel around 6:30 in the morning, going to a meeting, and a gentleman comes up behind him and guns him down. Now, here's some things that I saw that caught my attention. One, the gentleman had the proper grip on a pistol, two-handed grip, a very sure grip. When he raised that gun, he knew exactly where he was going. He brought it up, two hands. Pistol shooters who are trained know how to use both hands. Brought it both up, and he had a silencer on the end of that pistol, obviously not to create a lot of noise in downtown Manhattan. And here's the other thing it looked like he was doing. He was catching the rounds that were coming from the spent shells, the casings flying out of the magazine. I couldn't tell you what type of gun he was using. It was a semi-auto. Couldn't tell you the brand or anything. But he fired multiple shots, hit the gentleman in the back and in the leg, and from what I understand, he went up and unloaded one more round into the gentleman as he laid on the ground. That's what I've been told. I don't have that factual, but I have been told that. And then he jumped on one of these little electric bikes that you can get in New York City and other cities have. We used to have these scooters in our area, but took off. But he knew every angle where the cameras were, because he'd been there for hours and hours and hours waiting for this gentleman to come out. Now, what does that tell me? This was planned. This gentleman was put there for a reason, to wait for that person to come out specifically, knew what the target was, took the target out, and he did it shooting the guy in the back, because that way, guy's walking away, nobody sees anything, looks pretty common, and if the guy were to survive, which he didn't, he couldn't identify who shot him. So I'm just telling you right now, this was, in my opinion, and I could be disproved, and if I am, I am. But right now, I'm telling you, this, in my opinion, was a flat-out assassination. I can't tell you the reason, whether it's company-wide, whether it's personal-wide, whether it's something in his personal life, corporate life, I don't know. We may find out. But right now, that individual who did that, I believe, was paid to do it. He knew what he was doing, and he was very expert at how he did it. That's my opinion. But now an assassination of a corporate individual, and it makes me wonder, why did he not have a security staff with him, as most people in that level do? That part I'm a little bit curious of. Why a person by himself walks out of a hotel and gets himself gunned down. That to me says, what did that person who was the shooter know, and how did he know it? How did he know to be there? He knew a lot of stuff. How did he have that information? Just questions I'm asking. Can't answer them yet, but I'm just putting it out for you to consider. And that's where we stand on that situation right now.